He'll watch a movie, then he'll tell you all about it. It's the Armstrong Entertainment Show.
Hello everyone and welcome to Armstrong Entertainment. This is Chad here and I saw the movie Beauty and the Beast. Now this movie stars Emma Watson, Kevin Kline, Dan Stevens, Luke Evans, Josh Gad, with voices from Emma Thompson, Ewan McGregor, Ian McKellen. There's so many people in this movie. Now I'm not even going to go into the plot of this film because obviously everybody already knows the plot of Beauty and the Beast. It's about this weird outcast young girl who falls in love with a cursed beast. So Disney has decided to do a live-action remake of their 1991 classic film, which I would just start off by saying right away, to remake one of your best movies of all time, Disney movies of all time, it's going to be really, really difficult. I was super excited to see this film because this is a film that I grew up with. I knew like every single word verbatim as a kid. Like everybody loved Beauty and the Beast. It was such a massive hit, and to remake it, I was a little weary. I'm just going to jump right in. So as soon as the film starts, I was like, this is cool. Like, I like where they were going with it. They set it up to be like the 1700s. They were giving a lot of backstory, a lot of stuff that you couldn't do in the animated film, or a lot of holes that were in the animated film. You kind of had to make reference to them and make them more realistic because this is live action, and things you get away with in animation, you can't necessarily get away with in live action. So as soon as this film starts, I was into it. It was cool. The costumes were cool. The set was cool. And then Emma Watson appears, and I was like, sweet, this is going to be the song, Little Town. She's going to walk through the village and sing her song, and it's going to be awesome. And it wasn't. As soon as she started, it was like I was listening to a really bad ADR session. It was horrible. Like, her mouth wasn't even lined up with some of the words. And maybe it was, I don't know, maybe it was me. Maybe I was really looking for mistakes. But it was so bad. And the auto-tune, now I'm not a music person. I mean, I listen to a lot of music, and I'm no music producer. But when I hear an auto-tune, I know it's auto-tuned. And this whole song was beyond auto-tuned. I was like, this is so horrible. Like, why couldn't they get an actress who could actually sing? She must be a horrible singer because the entire song was auto-tuned, and it was very distracting, and the ADR on top of it. And yeah, I wasn't a fan. Now let me back up and say what I liked about this film before I totally bash it. I really enjoyed Gaston and LeFou. Their song when they're singing in the pub was awesome. They totally made a better version than the original song from the animated one. I really enjoyed that. I loved the furniture and all the voices, Emma Thompson. I loved all of those, and Chip and their song. All the added songs were okay. They were pretty good. But I'm just going to go into the bad. The costumes. What? What was up with those costumes? Again, I'm not a costume person. These are things I don't usually notice, but I noticed them. They looked horrible. They looked like shit. That was a little harsh. Also, the set design, all the sets and everything looked so... Some of them were really good, and some of it was so bad. Like, when she's walking through her village, I literally felt like I was on a back lot, and they were just like... it was just so bad. It looked like a really crappy high school play, and to me, and I was like, how did they spend $160 million on this? You would think that they would have better sets. Now, my biggest complaint about this film is definitely going to have to be with Emma Watson. I thought she was horribly miscast. Besides looking like Belle, there was absolutely nothing else. She is... oh, so bad. She's just a very intellectual woman as a real person, Emma Watson, that it came across very stiff and calculated, and I literally felt like I was watching her walk to her marks, and then she would say a line. It was just so unmotivated. Like, everything she was saying had no life to it, no energy, and it just felt like she didn't believe anything she was saying, and I was just utterly shocked. I was so shocked of how bad she was, because I've never thought she was bad before. I never really had too much thoughts about her besides, Harry Potter and everything, but I've never really seen her carry a movie, and in my personal opinion, she was not able to carry this movie, and she was definitely the downfall of it. I don't know who could have played this part, but Emma Watson, I feel like, was the wrong choice. Overall, the movie was cute and fun, and it's exactly what you're going to picture it to be. It was super cheesy. It was a lot cheesier than I thought it would be. I really enjoyed the fight scene at the end with the furniture. I thought that was cool. There's a lot of funny things that happened there that I kind of liked. Okay, I'll just say it. They, punch women, the town's women. They get, hit and slapped and punched, which I thought was really cool. I'm not for hitting women, but I just thought it was funny in this film. So to wrap everything up in this rambling review, Like I said, Emma Watson was miscast, the costumes were horrible, the set design was kind of bad, the singing was pretty bad on Emma Watson's part, but everything else was kind of cool. Every time they changed something or added a line or took away a line, you notice it because it's such a classic film. I just feel like they bit off more than they could chew with this one. And why remake Beauty and the Beast, one of their best films? They should have remade... Well, they're going to make like Mulan or something. That's a great film too, but that'll be a cool live action film. Or The Jungle Book was amazing. Or Cinderella was even better than this. But I was not a big fan. I'm never going to see this movie again in my entire life, I hope. I know my mom's going to love it, my grandma's going to love it, and my niece and nephew are probably going to love it. But other than that, not a fan. Maybe I'm being way too harsh, but I did not like this film. It's called Beauty and the Beast, and I will stop talking. Until next time.
He'll watch a movie, then he'll tell you all about it. It's the Armstrong Entertainment Show.